You. What is up, everybody? Man, I feel like I've just ran a mile. I, I feel like my throat hurts just listening to this album, but we're still trying, we're still pushing. In this moment, Black Widow, we're in Dirty Pretty, fourth song of the album. Um, Man, this album so far has been a roller coaster. It's been technically two songs and an intro, and it's so much a fucking roller coaster, man. Um, I love the song of this album. Uh, Now I will agree a little bit. I do feel like there's definitely a switch up of style between the Blood album and Black Widow, just from the three songs I've heard so far. However, none of it to me has been like, ooh, I don't know if I like this much. Like, it's all been good. It's all been good so far. Of course, now we're moving a little bit away from, um, Shinedown. Apparently, he's in sexual hallucination. Sorry, I was scrolling ahead just to see. We are in a bit of a patch of like not actual music videos, coming up here, so that might change. Kind of like when it went from um, horror to after horror, and you're gonna listen. It just kind of right when I think around when it hit like Scarlet and those ones, it just kind of changed. And I'm waiting for that hook, that hard fucking turn in this album. I don't know if it's gonna do it or not, but we'll see if they switch up their style in the album because I've seen that a little bit as well. So yeah, without further ado, Dirty Pretty. But in this moment, I can't say that I'm ready, but let's go anyways. Usually that's my general response to people. Whenever when someone's like, "You ready?" I'm like, "Nope, but let's do it anyways." I will never be ready, so we might as well just go for it. It's usually my general response. So I'm not ready, but let's do it anyways, because I don't know if I'm ever gonna be ready for these songs.
You don't know how hard it is being a woman. How will I ever live up to your expectations of pretty?
Oh.
Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the fairest of them all?
Ah.
Tell me I'm the perfect queen. Mirror, mirror in my hand, who's the fairest in the land? Are they lining up for me? Turn it on, tune it in, let it out. Turn it on. Maybe I am not all that I know.
hey. I feel like after every song, I just need to breathe for a second. This one wasn't crazy intense like the other ones, but I feel like I still need to breathe. Wow. It's about the same. I was gonna say, I think I've written the most on this one than I did the other two. But then again, the other two have a lot of visuals distracting me. But no, it's about the same as Big Bad Wolf. First off, let's talk about the message. I'm gonna full screen for this. Now, I mean, we can argue about this all day, I'm sure, and I'm sure people will have differing points of views from differing lifestyles. You know, people who are in that mold, and I'll explain. This all makes sense in a second, I promise. Who seeing it from the inside will have different perspective from someone like me who's seeing it from the outside. And of course, I feel like this is. I mean, I feel like this one's pretty obvious. I would be surprised if I got the message wrong, but I'm not the most perceptive human being, for sure. My wisdom is. If I was a D&D character, my wisdom's pretty low. My intelligence is decent, but my wisdom, my passive perception is dog shit. And I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm gonna be honest. I know my faults. Intelligence, charisma, pretty decent. Wisdom, not my best intelligence strat. Or mental stat. It's not my best mental stat for sure. But I'm still pretty sure this is just kind of the, society saying this is what beautiful is, and trying to live up to that mold of this is what you should look like, because this is what pretty is, and whatnot. And if you don't see yourself as fitting in that category, feeling less attractive and feeling like you're worthless and blah blah blah, and causing these issues and whatnot. Now, personally, I have a different perspective on this than I feel a lot of people, maybe a lot of women, don't want to generalize, but just kind of think like, oh, we're expected to look this way, and it's like, I've never said that I expect you to look this way. I've never heard any of my friends say, yeah, women need to look this way, otherwise they're not attractive. Now, of course, there's the statement of, well, it's implied. Society just says we're supposed to. But it's like, I feel like a lot of the times, those who set beauty standards are women. And then they hold themselves to these standards. And I know a lot of guys are just like, I don't care. Like, girls think like, oh, we have to have our eyebrows a certain way. Ladies, let me tell you something. I couldn't give a shit what your eyebrows look like. Let me just say that. The only time I ever care is when you paint them on. That looks fucking stupid. Stop doing that. But if it makes you feel good, I guess continue. Is just, I like natural. Like, I'm not a huge fan of makeup. I just like what you look like on the rig is what's attractive to me. I don't expect you to have the best clothes, the best hair, the best makeup, the painted on eye. I don't care. You female, we're good. It's kind of, it's kind of usually, well, half the time you don't even have to be female, but I mean that's a whole other story. It's just they hold themselves to these standards, and it's like, I'm not hearing any guy say that you have to look this way. I'm pretty sure you guys are saying this to yourself. Now, of course, we can debate on that forever. But just throwing this out there, women, like, truly, you are beautiful. It's men who are not so beautiful. We're not very attractive. You just usually are beautiful because you're a woman, a lot of the time. Don't worry about what you look like. You'll be beautiful. Trust me. Stop worrying so much. Fuck. Calm down. Anyways, with that being said, let's delve into let's delve into this song. What do I got here? Oh, I have like the rhythm of the whole fairest of them all line here. When you right at the beginning, mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the fairest of them all? There's something in that rhythm that like was cool. Can't remember because I went on a whole tangent. Now I can't remember shit. So we're gonna go back here and see if we can find it after the whole intro thing. Okay, round 20 here. Yeah, and I also God, I have so many. I'm sorry, I'm just reading what I put here, and I hope I can remember what the fuck I was talking about. I noticed in this song there was a lot of things that I expected her to do vocally, and she did them. It seemed like this was a little bit like I've heard this all before, like the different choices with the different melodic lines, the way they fell at certain places to the notes I was expecting them to. It seemed almost cookie cutter, but it like really worked. So it's just like it seemed really predictable, but that's okay because it doesn't mean predictable is bad. You know, predictable doesn't mean that it's bad. You know, and in this case, it's just like I don't know. My ears really wanted to hear her do it, and she did it, and it was like that sounded really cool. So in this instance, I know before I've mentioned like a song sounds way too generic, cut and paste. But I don't know, for this song I either just didn't mind it, and that could be bias because it's in this moment. I don't know. I'm being honest with you. I don't know. Or just they managed to pull it off in a way that it's like it worked. It fit. It's like, okay, it was a little predictable, it was a little cookie cutter, but in a forgivable way. I know, you know, it's because again, it's not that means it's bad. Because that's what our ears want to hear, so why not satisfy them, right? But that, I'm thinking about it, that also could be part of the message of just like being what you expect me to be, here you go, kind of thing, you know, and it could tie in. I don't know if they thought that deep of a level on this, but maybe, you know, I wouldn't rule it out. But yeah, at the beginning here, let's see the rhythm of it. I really love the repeating lines in here, but we'll get to those. Right when I heard her go da da da, I was expecting da 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 on the end. And she did it, yeah. This is like, I've heard that before. So that's why I knew when it went da da da, when it went up, I'm like, it's gonna fall da da da. And then it did. I was like, and again, I was like, I didn't really remember what it was, but the second I heard da da da, I was like, I know it's coming. I know it's gonna happen. But it sounds really cool. I don't know. Those repeating lines, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Just saying, I feel like this one was intentional. I don't know if the other thing I mentioned was intentional, but I'm pretty sure this one was intentional. That repeat of Dirty Pretty, which I love the way they break up the rhythm. Again, I feel like I've heard that before, but it works. It works so well, so why not do it? The way they say Dirty Pretty, it's just, they're saying it so, she's saying it so gritty, so like, so dirty. Like, it sounds really dirty and gritty. And I think that's the point. And it's so cool, especially when you match that's happening behind her with the kind of more beautiful stuff on top of it. It's a great contrast there. And I put here, it really supports it really well. And yeah, their intro sections, the turn it on, tune it in, let it out, that goes into the chorus, and then when they come out of the chorus back into the verse, they have these really cool like softball pitches, little intros into those. It's so clean. I put it right down, so fucking clean. I didn't say fucking, but then I said it out loud. So I also put great beat and message. The dun 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 dun. Well, again, like I feel like I've heard that before. The beautiful people. Dun 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 dun. Anyways, okay, getting a Marilyn Manson feel there. Yeah, let's hear that intro here into the chorus. That it's just so God, it's clean. It's clean as fuck. Ah, it's so God, it's clean. I just think the only way you can describe that, clean. When she kind of like garbles the word, let it out, just kind of lets that kind of fry happen, but in that kind of that low rumbly register when you're just trying, I don't even know what the sound would be called, but when you just rumble your voice, just just letting her range drop to the lowest it can and just rumble that out while she says that line is just really cool, and then it makes it a perfect transition to where it doesn't just go right into the chorus. It repeats that turn it on, tune it in line, and then she comes in like right as it's ending. Like that's just such a cool transition. I also like the da da da, like that just kind of quick like pickup note, da da da, right in there when she says maybe I. Da da da. That's just there's really clean transitions from the chorus and then the chorus into the verse, which I think we can. I don't know. I just really like those transitions. It's really cool. Man, okay. Yes, I put right here the repeats respect the lead. The respecting the lead. It's a really good job that when the lead is not, obviously it's both her. So it's not like it's backup singers and then her. It's both her, but she herself, in the way that they mix this track together intelligently, like the repeat is not. That's just the background noise. It's not the lead that we're listening to, that we're trying to hear. And so when it's up in the forefront, she's not singing. And the second she starts, it stops. It waits. And when she's done, it comes in a little bit, and then it pulls back as she comes back in. It's a really good musical habit technique that when nothing's happening in the lead, all the supporting stuff can come out some more. But the second that lead line starts again, you got to back off and let it have its moment. And she's doing a great job with that with herself. And especially since it's contrasting that beautiful clean vocal stuff she's doing compared to that gritty undertone. Like it's great when you have both of those jumping back and forth. I'm gonna back it up here couple seconds, 15 seconds to be specific, and listen. You will not hear that gritty sound singing when she's singing. When that lead is singing, when she's singing that verse, you will not hear that. And the second she stops, it comes in. But then it either is fading off or is done before she comes back in. It's like waiting its turn. Okay, here's my moment. Okay, now it's your moment. Like, you go. Like, they're being very respectful of each other, these two vocal lines. Wait for it to come back in. And you will notice that there are times when they're singing together, but every time that it's happening is because the lead voice is holding a longer note. It's not moving. It's just, she's just holding the end of the phrase, and then it'll kind of slide back in and then pull out before she starts again. That is really, that's really clean writing right there. As what you do. I've noticed a lot of times in bands I've rehearsed and stuff, it's just like, I know that this person's soloing, but they're holding a note and decrescendoing. I need more of you there. They're fading off, and sometimes that's the effect you want and you keep them low, but a lot of times it's like, they're not moving, you can get louder. Okay, they're moving again, pull back. You know, it's a really, it creates some really cool moments, and they're doing it in just such a small way that most people probably wouldn't even recognize, but it's so cool. And again, this is stuff I would expect with instruments. She's doing it herself vocally. She's doing it her own track against her own track, and she's playing this back and forth, almost call and response, kind of just like solo support fading in and out kind of thing. Just her own vocal. Again, the instruments besides the drums that's just keeping this really cool beat going, and the occasional little guitar strum, the rhythm section's not doing shit. Like, this is all her. Again, she is this band. I don't even know if she's writing any of it. It could be the instrumentalist who's writing all of it, but they're specifically making it so she's the star right here. Because they could have easily done that between like the guitar and her, but instead they made it her, just both her, fading in and out between each other. Like, they want her to be the star and shine, and it's such a powerful tool. You have such a powerful singer, why wouldn't you? You know, it just makes logical sense. Oh my god. Yes, in the chorus, her last line in the chorus, I don't want to be your dirty pretty. Nah, she does it every chorus, but I kind of noted it in the second chorus. So we're going to get back, we're going to listen to the second chorus here again. The second run through the chorus. And just listen to the way she says dirty pretty at the end of it. She almost has this like disdain, like distaste at the word. It's almost that she's saying it like just so like, it's like such a gross thing that she has to say, and she's just kind of spitting it out in a sense. It's just, there's so much distaste for that word that she's saying, and it's just, it really helps push the message, I feel.
Close your eyes, you twist and you turn. I know I am more than this.
Love this message. It's so good.
Everything is me. I won't be what you want me to be. You picture perfect
Here it is, isn't it?
I don't wanna be your dirty pretty.
It's just so, just like, this word. Fuck your imagination of what pretty means. And that's why she's calling it dirty pretty, because it's just like, it's like, fuck your pretty. It's disgusting. It's dirty. I like that. Oh my god. Alright, last thing I think we got here. Ooh. Around 350 I have not standard, and that's a good thing. I think I was expecting to hear something and then I didn't. I will have to move my camera here so I can actually see this. Give me a second. Wow, this is at the end. Okay, we'll go back to 343. See if we can hear whatever this was that was not what I expected it to be, and I like that. Oh, that's right. Did I say 350? That wasn't correct. I know what I'm talking about. 350 is not right. I think I just wanted to find it. So, after it's done, she's done with her breakdown or whatever it is, and she goes back into the chorus, you kind of expect her to like solo like the first line and then all the instruments come back in. This is what I was expecting to hear, because that's very standard. It's been done a million times. It creates this cool effect where everything drops out. Oh, it's the chorus, but it's a little different, and then everyone comes back in. It's a great technique. It's powerful. That's why people have been using it in so many different songs, and that's exactly what I expected to hear. And she didn't do that. And then she that kind of slowly slides the instruments back in with her. You kind of like it's hard to tell the exact moment when you can find it, but it's like when you're just listening to it, it's like hard to tell. Like, oh yeah, the instruments are back. When did they come back in? It's just like there's not this huge like down chord. The instruments are back in. They just kind of melded back in. At least that's what I remember. So. So, in here, what I would expect is that after she says, maybe I'm not all that I've learned, that's when the instruments will come back in. But then they don't. So you think maybe she's going to go take another one. You're just waiting for the, like, okay, where's that arrival of when the instruments come in? And I didn't hear it. I might have been wrong, but I didn't hear it. So let's let it keep going and see if it happens again. Okay, hearing that again, after she says, I know I'm more than they see, the guitar comes back in. I kind of expected it, listening to it again, I kind of expected to go da-da-dum, and just kind of stop again and let her go again by herself. But it keeps going. And again, it's like every single thing that's just like, oh, traditionally this is what happened, I expected to happen again, didn't happen. And it defied my expectations, and I liked that. That was really cool. Yeah, it's good. That was a really good song. I like that song. Again, it kind of had that kind of like This Is My Fight song, kind of echoey, leading charge voice thing. I feel like a lot of this is kind of like stuff that I've heard before, but I feel like she managed to change it just enough to where it's like, okay, I expect this, but it's okay. So, I don't know. I feel like it's a dangerous song, but I feel like she pulled it off. I feel like she pulled it off really well, and I really like. I really like some of these words in here that I know I am more than they see. It's just, I don't know. It makes me think about things about myself I don't particularly care for. Like, I've noticed when doing these recordings, every time I turn, I don't like my nose. I don't know what it is. It juts out a little bit. It's got this little twist and turn that I don't like my nose very much. But you know what? There's things about ourselves that we may not like, but you're still beautiful. You know, I'm still. I mean, who am I kidding? I may have the weird nose, but I'm still devilishly handsome. You know what I mean? And I know it, so I don't need you to tell me otherwise. So I don't know. I just like the message. Anyways, people out there, you are. I mean, God, you're beautiful as fuck. Male, female, anywhere in between. You're a fucking attractive motherfucker. Stop doubting yourself, bro. Lady, person. Stop doubting yourself. You're attractive. Like, there's so many things that make people attractive besides what people consider to be the standard beauty. You just gotta stop being hard on yourselves. Let me know what you thought about this song. Let me know what you thought about my interpretations of the song. And I will see you guys, excuse me, next time.